Good morning, class of 2020, families, all campus adults, and friends. Thank you for joining us today. Before we begin our program to celebrate our seniors, I want to acknowledge a profoundly painful time marked by horrific, unspeakable acts against Black people in our country's history. The violent racism that resulted in the death of George Floyd has struck deeply throughout the Andover community. Sadly, Mr. Floyd's death is just the latest in a series of racial injustices across our nation. Failure to address systemic racism has caused anger, distress, and urgent calls to action. These events will galvanize the Andover community, as tragedy so often does. We must remember that solving for this failure is on every one of us, and we will need the strong minds and generous hearts of today's graduates, as well as our extended Andover family of alumni and friends. In a few minutes, you will hear my commencement address, which invites the class of 2020 to consider a familiar refrain. What must we do? Answering that question today takes on even greater urgency. Andover serves to educate, and we must intensify our actions toward creating a more equitable and inclusive community. I am confident, members of the class of 2020, that you will take your Andover education and be allies wherever your life experience takes you. We will listen and learn from one another, and we will join together in solidarity to dismantle institutional and systemic racism. For those who are hurting, please accept our heartfelt compassion and empathy. In the face of widespread anger and chaos, we have each other for support, and we will stand together for social justice. Thank you for listening.
We are aware of the variety of messages that are circulating in our mainstream media, as well as the tribulations that characterize daily life. Regardless of what we individually may face, we encourage you all to celebrate this day in your own way. There is no one-size-fits-all for what we are all facing, so you should prioritize your health and self.
We want to acknowledge the variety of emotions you all must be feeling right now. There's no way we can completely empathize with all of you. Each of us has a responsibility, though, to actively combat the gross systemic measures of violence and injustice that have occurred for too long, and we hope that you are doing all that you are capable of.
In recent times, as students, we've seen the results of quick mobilization and how that manifests over social media, on the news, and in our own conversations. We have learned what it takes to make our voices heard and the attention that collective activism garners. We are working towards dismantling the tenets of racism that still permeate our society currently, and will continue to strive to eradicate those that still linger in the future, because we know how.
We can't ask you to forget about our current reality and put on a smile for this celebration. Instead, we suggest that you think about what you'll do next now that you've graduated high school. Let our reality drive your future. Gather your thoughts and your feelings, and let them inspire you to do more and to do better. Seniors, you deserve this day to mark the beginning of adulthood, so allow yourself to celebrate this however you see fit.
Every student chooses a beginning at Andover. It is a decision that sets you on dozens of different paths, each winding and exhilarating and unexpected. You may not recognize the person you were just a few short years ago, entering Cochran Chapel and scanning a crowd of new faces at matriculation. You were wide-eyed and a little nervous, but eager for the opportunities ahead. Each day that followed, you made another imprint on your distinct pathway. You made new discoveries about yourself and the world around you. You confronted challenges that have shaped a wiser, stronger, more refined version of you. Breakthroughs in the classroom, ovations for your performance, victories on the field, late-night bonding, mind-bending study sessions, and yes, moments of stress and doubt. You embraced it all with love and support from teachers, coaches, family, and friends. You blazed an Andover pathway that's forever yours. Class of 2020, this is actually another beginning. You are now an Andover graduate. Hashtag Andover for life. You're joining more than 24,000 alumni around the globe who've earned this extraordinary privilege and honor. Andover is forever. Andover is family. Andover is home.
Welcome, everyone, to this celebration of the class of 2020. 4 years ago, we started on a collective journey together. Even though none of us imagined the possibility of celebrating the culmination of hard work, perseverance, and camaraderie on this day while apart, the time we spent together, lessons we learned, and what we'll put forth from the experience merits reflection. My name is Sebastian Romero, and I am more than honored to have the opportunity to speak with you all today, as I have had the privilege of serving alongside Shahinda as one of your student body co-presidents. Thank you, Shahinda, for being an inspiration to no end with your concern for others, and for pushing me to embrace the challenges of our endeavors, even when it seemed most difficult. We all have many individuals to thank for the privileged position we are in today, and I hope we all take the time to thoughtfully express our gratitude to those who have positively influenced us. I would like to add a special note of gratitude to my parents, who have put up with my never-ending antics, my siblings, who keep me on my toes, and my friends, the group of day and boarding students whom I cherish deeply, who showed me the strength in collective learning and strength in numbers. Our class did not get to enjoy the senior spring we had always envisioned. Yet I hold firmly that these times only allowed us to strengthen our connections and further highlighted the beauty of the Andover community. Given the lack of our last hurrah, the moments we luckily spent on campus only seem more precious. I'll recall that our class often felt like guinea pigs with every new institutional experiment that we gladly faced. And this pandemic was the biggest challenge of all. Nothing that grit and wit, EBI, nor a gas leak could have prepared us for. Given the time for reflection, I have thought a lot about what it means to be a graduate of this school at this very moment in history, and reminisced about the memories that I had while on campus. Slowly, I have come to realize that the symbolic magnitude of our commencement transcends the physical manifestations of being on campus. It's not worth wallowing in the hurt that accompanies the era we find ourselves in and what we missed, because the lessons we learned and connections we previously made will propel us forward. This year, I made an effort to take as many photos as possible to document and remember as much of our senior year. Some of my friends may remember me constantly being on my phone, yet I say that I was always just taking pictures. In looking through all the photos and memories I have, what I realize is that the beauty of the photos does not come from those pictured and what we were partaking in, but rather the discussions we were having, the development of our friendships, and the connections we formed, regardless of what we were doing. I'm saddened that there are activities I wish I had partaken in, moments where I should have looked up from my work, or times when I could have taken a step back and enjoyed the moment, as I'm sure we all are. But with my memories and collections of photos, what was highlighted was that the time we spent together provided invaluable memories that we must not forget, and it serves as a lesson to invest ourselves fully in the moments we have with others. We've always been told that the people make Andover what it is. Throughout our time here, we have all cultivated a continuing discourse about life that allowed each one of us to both keep on learning about the world and appreciating those around us, all while sitting in the library, walking to sports, or simply waiting for stir-fry. Those small moments we often talk about strengthened our bonds even when we didn't realize it. It's only when we are deprived of those connections that we truly understand the influence that others have on ourselves and our well-being. My actions were positively influenced by those around me, and the best brought out in me so often that it would be impossible to not recognize that my connections with others were what made the whole experience meaningful. Leading up to this day, many members of the class of 2020 have heard the phrase that Andover is for life. In thinking about what it means to graduate from Andover, I have come to realize that the meaning of the phrase is twofold. Firstly, it points to the longevity of the connections we have made at Andover, and how those will last a lifetime. Secondly, the phrase signifies how the lessons we learned while navigating Andover's diverse intellectual environment will propel us forward. Some of you may hopefully one day be on the covers of magazines or on the news, all of us succeeding according to our own volition and in our own way. I would hope that in whatever path you choose to take, you don't take it alone. that you take interest in those who are around you and thank them along the way for the help they've given you. We have an immense privilege graduating from this school that has taught us to navigate effective communication, and my time here has only made me realize that the greatest strength is sharing that power by connecting with others. Our identity is very heavily influenced by the set of relationships we have with people. As my friends and all those who I have met in life have taught me, you must take interest in those you come across, not to take interest for your own material gain, but rather with the intention of learning and understanding. Each of us is a reflection of the other members of our graduating class and those we have come across in our time. Whether the experiences be bad or good, the learning that happened as a result of taking interest in others made the whole experience worth it. And I hope that with some reflection, you may come to the same conclusion as well. The diploma we receive, with its pedigree and academic preparation, serves its best purpose when one takes interest in others and connects in the future. Experience without connection is like knowledge without goodness. It's dangerous, and that's written in our original Academy Constitution. Now, a final note. In rewatching the season finale of my favorite show, The Office, Andy says, "I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before we've left them." The time we spent together on campus was the good old days, and the lesson this statement highlights is that similar to the way that circumstances prevented our reunion this spring, one must live in the moment and embrace those around them while they have the opportunity to. I know we will all do this in the future and cherish the time we have with others wherever we may go. Thank you to the Academy, the faculty, the staff, and friends who have all become family, taught me the value in hard work, and helped me forge everlasting relationships. In all, thank you for everything, Andover.
A couple of weeks ago, I watched the global graduation ceremony on YouTube, and my first thought was, why are they doing this for us? I had heard about the potential that older generations see within our class, and throughout the video, I started to truly believe in it. The class of 2020 has endured so many global changes that it seems fitting to trust us in leading the future. Specifically though, I believe that we, as the Andover class of 2020, are prepared to make the greatest impact. I want to tell you about how our Andover experience was one of a kind, how we made lifelong friendships with people from all over the world, how we developed our passions, whether in the makerspace or in the newsroom, how we played on such caring and motivated teams. I can continue to share all of the life-changing aspects of our past 4, 3, 2, or 1 year. Instead, I feel the need to tell you about our role now and in the future. We are caught up in a world full of change. Every minute of every day, someone is born into the world. Geopolitics are altered, and technology is advanced. Our world is changing so quickly that there is no way for any one of us to anticipate the future. Fortunately, Andover has equipped us with the tools to navigate our place within that change. Maybe I should remind you of our strength, our selflessness, and our optimism, even in the face of adversity, or our ability to learn adaptively, to seek perspective from others, and to think about our actions, our words, and our dreams. Andover has taught us to be confident in our ideas, to debate them, and to continue to build on them. Regardless of what those ideas entail, we have the opportunity now to think about the world in new, shifting ways, and we have the toolkit we need to see those ideas through. We can drive change. I've said that Andover has taught us so much in our time here and has equipped us to take on the future, but how did that actually happen? In what ways has Andover taught us? It would be impossible for me to describe Andover in so few words, but if you think about it, there are really 3 things that make Andover what it is. Part of it is the institution, which has existed for centuries and continually reflects on its role in students' lives over time. Part of it is the faculty, who have done so much in the classroom, on the field, and in the dorms to challenge and nurture us. But the most tangible part of it is the community, the group of students your age that you meet in the most formative period of your life, and who teach you constantly about what it means to be a part of something bigger than yourself. I find it fitting for us to draw inspiration to initiate a better world from our world's current circumstances. I hope we all can understand the variety of people that are taking a stand and helping our world push forward. Politicians, economists, civil rights activists, and first responders are just a few examples of the people who are working together to learn from this current situation and use their knowledge to enhance our world. The time we are in is unparalleled. This is not ordinary for any of us, which makes the effort and diligence of our world leaders that much more appreciated. As they practice empathy for everyone and carry courage invariably, they are proving to be the leaders of our time. Now, none of us can predict the future, but I'm confident in your potential to embark constantly on journeys full of challenge and risk and innovation. Use your experience at Andover to your advantage and to the world's advantage by enforcing the skills and philosophies that we have practiced every day at Andover. Grow into the people that will change our world for the better. Carry the non-SIBI spirit with you through every chapter of your life. In my senior English elective early this year, I learned about a different approach to leadership that I think can provoke an even greater impact. John Keats, a poet from the Romantic era, believed in negative capability, which comes to light when one is, quote, capable of being in uncertainties, mysteries, doubts, without any irritable reaching after fact and reason, unquote. I encourage you all to consider this philosophy in the case that you encounter an obstacle. Simply acknowledge the possibility of hesitation, ambiguity, or uneasiness and prepare yourself for the next step. By evaluating your control or the lack thereof, you will be truthful and aware of your position, which is far ahead of where you had been. Seniors, thank you for sharing your trust, care, and love, and for teaching me to be a part of something bigger than myself. I cannot wait to bear witness as you accomplish the unimaginable.
Andover celebrated its birthday on April 30th. In a building that once stood at the site of the Peabody Institute, 12 students walked into class for the first time at Phillips Academy. And each September, for 242 years, students have done the exact same thing. They arrived on Andover Hill eager to learn, to question, to explore. To ensure that knowledge is always paired with goodness, the pursuit of excellence requires this pairing. Andover, like each one of us, remains a work in progress. Class of 2020, you have responded to challenges that no other class has ever faced. You've shown determination and maturity beyond your years. Your physical distance became a galvanizing force for ingenuity. We've seen disappointment turn to reflection, frustration to gratitude, confusion to collaboration and creativity. Andover has existed almost as long as the United States. George Washington visited campus. Paul Revere forged the school seal. Our students fought in both world wars. Phillips and Abbott merged in 1973. Andover is a home for big ideas and bold individuals. Most importantly, it is a home for you.
I always like to remember the message of the Little Prince. I must endure the presence of 2 or 3 caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. You certainly have endured the presence of some caterpillars, and now you deserve those butterflies.
Hey, congrats, class of 2020. You guys did it. Obviously, it's not ideal. You guys aren't on campus celebrating with us, but no, you guys are here in spirit.
You've made it to graduation. I know this is not the way you thought it was going to happen, but life is really like that. I am sure this is not going to be the only challenges you'll face, but I'm sure you will continue to face them head on.
Even though 2020 did not go as planned, no virus or financial crisis can take away the experiences, memories, and good times we have forged together at Andover.
I just want you to know how often we are thinking about you every single day, and we miss you so much on this campus. but you are not forgotten at all, and we celebrate with you this incredible milestone.
Now more than ever, the world needs your kind hearts, fierce minds, and brave spirits.
The world needs you now more than ever, Andover class of 2020. Go out there and make a difference.
I hope that this moment in time that is so unique for all of us, and especially you, will give you hope and inspiration.
And it's been a privilege to get to know some of you so well. Thank you so much for that opportunity.
In our meetings, sometimes the conversations were hard, like when your essays really needed some work or your list was too long. Some of them were easy. When you told me about turning in your 310 paper, about your show, your concert, your big win, how much fun you had with your friends, or your plans for the next weekend.
You must know how appreciative I am for each and every single one of you, the ways you push this community forward and held us accountable, even though it's been hard to do so sometimes.
Thank you so much for all of your leadership and non-city spirit over the last 4 years. I'm so grateful to all of you.
I'm so sad not to be with you, but I know you're going to go out and do incredible things.
Whether you come back to visit or whether you come back to even work or to engage in some way with Andover, just know that it is always home and it's a place where you're always welcome.
Andover will always be your home away from home, and the memories and friendships that you've made here are forever.
Andover will always be here for you.
And know that you'll be missed, and know that you always have a home at Andover.
This is your home away from home. Come back anytime. Class of 2020, rock on.
I wanted to give just a quick piece of advice that's really helped me in my life, and that is to always have something that you are excited to be learning in your life. I think if you always have something that you're really excited to be learning and growing in, then that is a key to a happy, fulfilled life.
A thought comes courtesy of a member of the class of 25 at Phillips Academy, that is 1825, Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. And he said that one's mind, once expanded by an idea, never returns to its original dimensions. And I know whether you are 1 year at Andover or 2 or 3 or 4 years, that your mind has been expanded in new ways, whether that's through ideas, through the people you met, the friends you made, or members of the community you engaged with. And I am so excited to see what you do with your Andover education, with your expanded mind in the future.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. We are so proud of you. I am sending you big blue love and cheer to honor and celebrate you on your special day.
Many, many congratulations. You've all worked so very hard.
Hey, class of 2020, we're so proud of you.
Preparedness and extra.
Through the hardships to the stars.
Pa'lante, mi gente. Esto es tuyo. Adelante. Un beso.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Best of luck in everything you will do in the future.
We just wanted to congratulate the amazing
class of 2020.
Congratulations again, and I can't wait to see where you all go next.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Congratulations once again.
Hey, class of 2020, we got 2 things for you.
Congratulations!
And we love you.
Woo-hoo!
Pump set spike. You've got this, class of 2020.
Good luck. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go big blue.
We are woven through the loom, stitches and strands and seams, our colors painted through. There are passions and our dreams, though the dice may scoff and wear, as we weave our many
Beginnings.
Supportive.
Heartfelt.
Eye-opening.
Growth.
Personal growth.
My Andover experience fostered growth and was a time when I could pursue all my passions and interests.
Discovering myself.
Challenging.
Transformative.
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 Inspiring.
Thrilling. Exhilarating.
Marvelous.
Vibrant.
Intersectional.
Downtown.
Time of my life.
The people.
My second family.
Andover is my second family.
A home for the past 4.
Life-changing.
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 Life-changing. Life-changing.
Once in a lifetime.
Memorable.
Memories.
Absolutely unforgettable.
Unforgettable because of the friends and the connections I've made.
Made me stronger and proud of who I've become.
Your choice to begin at Andover has given you the chance to do extraordinary things, not only for self, but especially for others. Advancing a greater good in a globalized society requires presence of mind and heart, resilience, and sacrifice. Non-Sibi. When Andover faces a challenge, we take it head on. We lean in. We stumble. We persevere. Class of 2020, you will certainly be part of the record books. However, your Andover experience will not be defined by a final few months.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We hope you and your families are well and that you have arrived safely at this historic moment. Our bond with the class of 2020 will resonate with our enduring empathy for years to come. We will remember you as you will remember one another and the principles you have shared around learning the value of what is important in life. What must we do, class of 2020? We must use our experience to continue to earn wisdom and repeat the lessons, not the mistakes. Your experience throughout your time at Andover has been an expedition in the optimism of the human spirit. The resilience and coping skills you have practiced at Andover, and particularly this spring, will serve you throughout your life. You have learned and created ideas, and those ideas have become your principles capable of informing your experience. What we stand for and what you believe in is stronger today as we affirm our admiration for you, class of 2020. Yet in your future, Andover will magnetically pull you back here in moments expected and unexpected. Not right away perhaps, but certainly off in the distance of your distant life. What we must do, class of 2020, is remember one another and acknowledge and validate and reflect on our time together at Andover. I have always said that Phillips Academy is a place where many stories of greatness happen. If you remember one story of greatness, it should be your story, and that this magnificent place does not hold the same meaning without your passion and our collective commitment to the pursuit of excellence. What must we do, class of 2020? We must remember our story of excellence. And as you complete your career at Andover, we reflect upon the place we have arrived, the place we call home. A good place, the place where my friends and colleagues live and work, and the place where your stories took flight. Each of you has your own story of Andover. Never forget why you wanted to be here, at this place. Let those aspirations guide you in your navigation and perseverance of your next experience. Some of you have been through difficult times in your young lives and have shown tremendous courage and tenacity. In your commencement from Andover, you have given your families and friends something for which they will be abundantly proud throughout your life, and we will miss you greatly from Andover, the place you have called home. Going forward, much of your life will be new and exciting, but much of your experience has been informed by the values you have learned up to this point. Don't forget them. Those values are embodied in your family, some of whom may be sitting next to you today. Don't forget them either. What must we do, class of 2020? Make an effort to remember your family, always, and remember your Andover family as you make your way through your next version of learning. And when you're ready, come back and remember that you are the real Andover, and you will live right here forever. Now, with the full confidence of all of those who have come before you and all those who work to get you here, we present to the Phillips Academy community and all your family and friends the graduating class of 2020. Remember, we are the Philippians. We are the Big Blue. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey, Andover.
Hello.
Andover.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, class of 2020.
Welcome to A Long Blue Line, class of 2020.
I'm Peter Curry from the class of 1974.
I'm Alan Stone, class of 92.
I'm Anjali Sood, class of 2001.
62.
83. 88.
2000.
2003. 2015.
My name is Kevin Alushla, and I'm the beatboxer of the vocal group Pentatonics, and also a PA class of 2006 alum. I wanted to congratulate each and every single one of you in the class of 2020. Congratulations.
To the class of 2020, congratulations, you guys did it.
You guys are the best class that's ever graduated Andover. Not especially Pine Knoll. Are you kidding me? You can't quarantine that spirit. So let's get a little bit rowdy.
You graduated high school!
I'm so delighted to give the class of 2020 a big shout out this morning. Wow, you did it!
I want to congratulate the parents, the grandparents, the siblings, the aunts, the uncles, even your dog. Because without their love and support, you couldn't have accomplished this extraordinary feat.
Congratulations on completing one of the most challenging high school educations at the most challenging time.
Look, I'm sure it must be bittersweet today to not be on the Great Lawn, celebrating with friends and family. But remember, this is just the beginning.
I'm disappointed as well. There will not be a physical commencement ceremony. But look at the bright side. You will be the first class in the history of 242 years to have a commencement online. So that makes you unique.
If there is any silver lining, it might be this. Just by making it to graduation, every Andover grad is tough.
I am so happy to be able to connect with you via the only way that we connect right now.
I know we are living in challenging times, but please know that this accomplishment cannot go unnoticed.
Your intellectual curiosity, your compassion, and your courage are what helped you get through your Andover career for a job well done. You're going to have to rely on those same skills, virtues, and talents to get through whatever comes next. So whether it's an extended period of nationwide lockdown, or murder hornets, or who knows what, go Big Blue. Remember, you've got the right stuff.
You guys are all going into a new world, and my advice to you is to approach it with those values that you've learned at Andover.
I remember sitting in your shoes nearly 20 years ago. Things are pretty different now. You're entering the world during a time of real crisis. But it's actually an amazing time to graduate because Andover has prepared you exactly for times like this. You get to be our pioneers.
It's because of your hard work, your brilliance, and your grits that got you to this place. And I can promise you now, you guys are prepared to take the next step in your journeys.
This pandemic will pass. What will endure are your accomplishments, your friendships, and your place in the Andover family.
You may have been students for a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, but you're going to be an alum or alumna for a much, much longer time. Remember, Andover for life.
You are leaving PA, but PA will never leave you.
What I know is that the Andover community serves as an extraordinary support system during the most challenging of times.
You have an incredible network that you're a part of. You can always reach out to for support, for guidance.
Know that you've made friendships that will last for the rest of your life.
Andover is not just a school, it is a community, and the friends that you made at Andover will be friends that you have for life.
You'll always have the friends you met at PA.
And these relationships and memories will only deepen over time and will empower you and enrich you in ways that you can't even imagine.
Those are my chickens. They're all named Diane. I never thought I'd have chickens when I graduated from Andover, but here I am with chickens in the middle of nowhere. So, best thing about Andover for life for me, my best friends.
Andover for me was one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life, and I think about it literally every day for the past 52 years.
It's home to me because it's where I built my first community.
It was the place where the idea of changing the world went from an abstraction to a reality.
Andover will always be your anchor to windward.
So as you move on through life, come back home, whether it's physically or mentally, because the ideals that you learned at Andover and the foundation that shaped you will always guide you.
Stay in touch. Come back to the school. Come back at any time.
So for all of you seniors who
on this otherwise very joyful day, maybe feeling a touch of sadness, I just wanted to say, do not fear.
Continue to live non-CB. Make the world a better place.
Make sure you keep track of those classmates, because I promise you there are people you barely know right now who down the road could well be your best friends.
To earn an Andover diploma means, among other things, that you can succeed in a high-performance environment. That capability, that confidence in yourself, is something you'll carry with you for the rest of your lives.
I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you.
Go Blue!
Go Blue!
Go Big Blue!
Go Big Blue. You did it.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Oh, well, hold on. I should probably do this before I go because I'm a beatboxer. Congratulations, y'all.
Class of 2020, the next time you gather together, you'll remember how our community rallied and stood for something far greater than self. As timeless as our founding ideals, what you've accomplished is yours to behold. Your achievement is symbolized by your Andover diploma. It is permanent, with no expiration date. No matter where you go next, college, careers, and beyond, Andover will remain within you. Your friends will remain with you. Andover will forever be a place to call home. Congratulations, 2020. Go Big Blue.